Disney Marvel's Black Panther is dominating the box office with an astounding $108 million at 4,020 North American locations, the second highest second weekend ever behind Star Wars The Force Awakens. Black Panther, starring Chadwick Boseman, has now grossed $400 million domestically in its first 10 days. Only The Force Awakens has reached that milestone faster. It's also grossed $304 million internationally. The superhero film, the 18th in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, declined only 46% from its opening Sunday, underlining the film's massive appeal among moviegoers. Star Wars The Force Awakens set the second weekend record with $149 million in 2015, and Black Panther topped the second weekends of 2015's Jurassic World at $106.6 million, and 2012's The Avengers with $103 million. Black Panther, directed by Ryan Coogler, has caught on with moviegoers this month in a way that few other titles have in Hollywood's recent history, blowing past last month's tracking that showed it would open in the $100 million to $120 million range. It's notched an A cinema score, becoming only the second Marvel film to do so, and has dazzled critics with a 97% fresh score on Rotten Tomatoes. The film also stars Michael B. Jordan, Lupita Nyong'o, Danai Gurira, Martin Freeman, Daniel Kaluuya and Letitia Wright. ComScore's post-track Screen Engine scores of the audience for the second weekend show support among moviegoers far above average, with 69% rating the film as excellent, and another 23% as very good. And it's done so outside the traditional summer and holiday season corridors for blockbusters, noted Paul DeGarabedian, senior media analyst with ComScore. Black Panther continues to elevate the month of February to summer-style blockbuster status with a second weekend that represents only the third time that a film has posted a $100 million plus weekend performance during the month, behind only its $202 million debut and Deadpool's $132 million opening in 2016, he said. And with a North American cume through Sunday of $400 million, it is the highest-grossing film ever released in the month after just 10 days in theaters, beating the long-standing $370.30 million record held by 2004's The Passion of the Christ. Demographics of the second weekend audience were 33% African American, 37% Caucasian, 18% Hispanic, 7% Asian and 5% others, according to ComScore. The opening weekend was 37% African American, 35% Caucasian, 18% Hispanic, 5% Asian and 5% other. Thanks to Black Panther and Sony's Jumanji: Welcome to the Jungle, 2018 domestic box office has increased by an eye-popping 12.5% to $1.91 billion as of Sunday, according to ComScore. Warner Brothers' New Line's opening of R-rated Game Night, starring Jason Bateman and Rachel McAdams, finished a distant second with $16.6 million from 3,488 locations. The film is directed by John Francis Daly and Jonathan Goldstein, and follows Bateman and McAdams as couple whose regular game night suddenly turns into a murder mystery. Critics have given Game Night strong support, helping draw an 81% fresh rating on Rotten Tomatoes. Sony's third weekend of Peter Rabbit hopped into third place with $12.5 million at 3,707 sites, giving the family comedy $71.3 million after 17 days. That was enough to edge Paramount's sci-fi thriller Annihilation, with a respectable $11 million at 2,102 venues, in line with forecasts. Annihilation cost Paramount and Skydance $40 million, has been sold to Netflix for international release. The Natalie Portman vehicle was a hit with critics with an 87% fresh score on Rotten Tomatoes, but movie patrons were unimpressed and gave it a C cinema score. Universal's third weekend of 50 Shades Freed followed in fifth with $6.9 million at 3,265 locations as the erotic romancer slid 60%. The finale of the trilogy has topped $89 million in 17 days. Sony's 10th weekend of its comedy hit, Jumanji, took 6th place with $5.7 million at 2,519 venues, declining only 29% and lifting the 68-day domestic total to $387.3 million. That's the 31st highest gross of all time. Warner Brothers' third weekend of Clint Eastwood's 1517 to Paris finished seventh with $3.6 million at 2,572 locations for a 17-day take of $32.3 million. The thriller edged Fox's 10th weekend of The Greatest Showman, with $3.4 million at 1,601 venues as the durable Hugh Jackman musical declined only 32% and went past $160 million cumulatively. Orion's low-cost romance, Every Day, debuted in ninth place in line with expectations with $3.1 million at 1,667 sites as MGM relaunched its Orion label. The cinema score was an overall B. Lionsgate's second weekend of stop-motion comedy, Early Man, rounded out the top 10 with $1.7 million at 2,494 locations. The film was directed by Nick Park and produced by Aardman and BFI. Fox's awards contenders took the next three slots. Fox Searchlight's 16th weekend of Three Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri, and Fox's 10th weekend of The Post both brought in $1.2 million at 691 and 795 sites, respectively. Three Billboards, which received 8 Academy Award nominations, has topped $55 million in North America. The Post, which received a Best Picture nom and Meryl Streep's 21st Oscar nod, has brought in nearly $79 million. Fox Searchlight's 13th session of The Shape of Water, which has a leading 13 Oscar nominations, took in $1.1 million at 721 venues to go past $55 million domestically.